chosen one. Can you feel it? A shift is stirring, unseen yet undeniable. Your spirit senses it before your eyes do. A subtle tremor weaving through the world, signaling that God Himself is moving forces on your behalf. Something monumental is about to flow into your life. A destiny you've carried quietly within, now awakening to claim you. Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There's a kind of homesickness that has no return address, a pull in your chest for something you've never touched, a place you've never visited, a version of life you've never seen with your eyes, but somehow you know it. And that knowing doesn't come from books or conversations. It comes from your bones, from something ancient in your spirit. You don't know how to explain it. You just know when you're not where you belong. This message is for you, the one who's been walking through your current season like a guest in someone else's house, the one who has tried, really tried, to make peace with where you are. But no matter how grateful you are, no matter how disciplined or faithful or focused you've been, you still feel like something is missing. You feel the mismatch in the details, like you were built for a different rhythm, different sky, different light, different relationships, different roles, a different reason to wake up in the morning. You're not wrong or delusional. You're not ungrateful or broken. What you're feeling isn't confusion. It's the awareness that your soul has outgrown its current coordinates. And sometimes God doesn't explain that feeling because He's not trying to soothe it. He's trying to activate it. This discomfort, this longing, this sense that you're out of alignment with your own life. It's a preparation signal. You're not just shifting emotionally. Your entire energetic blueprint is starting to reconfigure because something in your next season, your next location, your next environment, your next identity has been marked for you, and it's getting closer. But before it can arrive, something sacred happens. God doesn't just relocate your body, He relocates your spirit first. And that's why you feel the tension right now. Because your body is still walking in the old chapter, but your soul is already standing in the next one. And that gap is what you've been calling homesickness. It's not a place on a map. It's a life that fits. A life where your voice isn't watered down to be acceptable, where your presence isn't misunderstood or tolerated or reduced to your usefulness. A life where peace isn't a struggle to maintain. It's built into the foundation. You're not meant to feel fully settled right now because you're not staying here. You're not meant to get too comfortable because God is already packing up the parts of you that won't be needed where you're going. This is a divine relocation. Not just physically, but energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And for some of you, it will literally involve being moved to a new city, a new home, a new community. But for others, the move won't be across geography. It'll be across identity. You'll wake up and realize the life you've been living is too small for who you've become. Not because it's bad, but because it's not yours anymore. It fit the old you, the one who needed to survive, the one who was still proving something, the one who hadn't yet remembered how to belong to themselves. But now something in you is whispering, it's time, and that whisper won't stop. No matter how many routines you keep, no matter how many reminders you give yourself to be grateful, no matter how many times you say, this is enough, because your spirit is already traveling, it's already in motion. It's already walking towards something that will finally feel like home. Not because it's easy, but because it's aligned. You see, home isn't a place, it's a feeling, a frequency. And when you finally match it, you'll know. Until then, don't ignore the ache. Don't dismiss the whisper. Don't try to convince yourself to stay in a room your soul is already leaving. What you're feeling is not emptiness. It's the space being cleared so something real can land. And it will land sooner than you think. But first, you had to stop mistaking familiarity for belonging. God isn't asking you to settle down. He's asking you to listen, to let the longing speak, to let the ache be holy. Because He's not trying to torture you with what you don't have. He's trying to point you toward what's about to arrive. There's a reason you've been losing your taste for things that once satisfied you. The food you used to crave now feels heavy. The conversations you used to tolerate now feel noisy. The places you used to go now feel like echoes of someone you don't want to be anymore. That's not you falling apart. That's your system updating. And when God gets ready to move you, He doesn't just open new doors. He lets the old ones get loud first. So loud, in fact, that you finally stop pretending you don't hear the creak in the floor, the peeling paint, the silence between people who were supposed to love you. And one day you look around and realize, I've outstayed my season. Not because you failed, but because you've grown. That feeling you've been calling restlessness. That's how a soul prepares for departure. It starts with subtle shifts. A scent you no longer like. A morning that feels heavy for no reason. A conversation that used to flow now just floats on the surface. Eventually, even your dreams stop making sense in the current environment. It's like trying to play a new song on an outdated speaker. The frequency won't land. That's because your next season has already been calibrated. And God doesn't ask permission from your comfort zone to promote you. He interrupts it. And when He does, it's never random. It's precise, personal, designed for you. Because where you're going, it's not a version of your past, slightly improved. It's not a nicer neighborhood with the same identity. It's not just a cleaner space with the same silence. Where you're going will require a new version of you. Not because you need to fix yourself, but because the frequency of your future will not support what you've already outgrown. This is why people start falling away. This is why routines start failing you. This is why you feel the urge to purge your closet, clear your desk, unfollow people, rethink your entire day. You're not being dramatic. You're being redirected. And the thing is, you won't always have clarity while it's happening. You might cry over the losses. You might doubt the process. You might wonder if you've made a mistake walking away from what once held you. But please hear this. When God begins to relocate you, He'll often do it in phases. First, the inner shift, where your spirit stops agreeing with what your surroundings are saying. Then, the external disruption. Things no longer work the way they used to. And finally, the divine opportunity. An opening so precise, so unexplainably right, it feels like the wind changed direction just to clear a path for you. And that's when you'll know. The homesickness was a map. The ache was a compass. The longing was a divine signal pointing to your next elevation. And for many of you, it's already on the horizon. You'll begin to meet people who speak your language. Without needing translation, you'll find spaces where you're not only welcomed, but wanted. You'll feel yourself breathing differently, standing taller, laughing more deeply, not from your throat, but from your soul. And the crazy part is, you won't need to force it, because divine relocation doesn't require striving. It requires surrender. It requires trusting the whisper more than the noise. Trusting the discomfort more than the false peace of routine. Trusting the new pull more than the old agreements. There is a place, an assignment, a chapter where you will not feel like a guest in your own story. And it's not far. But before you walk into it, God needed you to release what's been holding you down. Even the things that look stable, even the things that once felt safe, even the people you thought you couldn't leave behind. Because what's next isn't just about new blessings. It's about right placement. There is an ecosystem, spiritual, relational, emotional, that will sustain you. You won't have to beg for energy. You won't have to fake your joy. You won't have to carry all the weight alone. And when you get there, you'll look back and understand that this ache was never about escape. It was about arrival. Arrival into a life that mirrors your truth. Not just what the world sees, but what God whispered over you before you were even born. So don't panic when things start shaking. Don't resist the pull to clean out the parts of your life that feel stale. Don't apologize for needing more alignment, more clarity, more purpose. Because the place you're about to land, it will not just fit you, it will restore you. It will not just challenge you, it will expand you. It will not just welcome your gifts, it will honor them. And you will finally realize you are never lost. You are being led. So get ready, because the ache in your chest has done its job. And now God is about to open a door that doesn't just invite you in, it recognizes you. And this time when you enter, it will feel like coming home. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.